Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of GSM Tarot. I'll be your host, the Gangstar Magician himself. I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I love to do. Because I do what I love and I love what I do. And I love being here with you because you're the best, okay? For sure. That's for sure, okay? Just know, alright? That's why granting us this Two of Cups. We are in 1 year, remember that. Okay, it is all new cycles here for us. Everything is going the way it's supposed to. Believe me. Trust me when I tell you. That is why you are in complete control right now. So, let's get started. We all know each other, right? Might as well get started. Forgot my spray. I usually have the Archangel, but I don't. Just sometimes I sit down, I forget, and then it's like, we're protected. Sometimes I do overkill. Sometimes Archangel Michael does need a day off too, so I gave him the day off today. He said he's going to take the day off. So let's see, what are we working with here? What will be our overall energy here for the magical gangsters of the world, the best in the world at what they do? Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, of course, our magical gangsters are balanced, okay? Of course. Okay, there's no other way. They do things in moderation. We're very harmonious. Okay, they're healing. Because remember, balancing energy is a pathway to wisdom. Balancing energy is a pathway to wisdom. And moderation is the key to achieving balance. Moderation is the key to achieving balance. Wow, that makes a lot of sense because it does, doesn't it? And that is why these people are under judgment who came up against you because they didn't think you had any balance. They thought you were going to be off balance. But no. You showed who is who. Okay, you defeated these people. They tried to overtake your lineage, but you said no. Not when the magical Gangstar Magicians are around. No, because we are Knight of Pentacles, too hardworking, too efficient, too responsible. Okay, because these people they need to be accountable for their actions. Okay, and remember, slow and steady wins the race. Try not to rush the process. There's no rush, okay? The journey is where you learn your lessons, okay? And you need to learn the lessons. So if you skip over the lessons and you get to where you got to go, there's going to be no reason. You're not going to ever truly appreciate it. That's what they tell me. So, yeah, they also tell me 7 of Cups. Too many options, too many illusions, cause too much confusion, okay? Too many choices. Because having too many options can cause confusion. Stay in reality. Don't fantasize. It's like... And the thing is, like, this is people that would want to be with all different people, like swinger type mentality. But that's not the way to be because nothing comes good out of that. You're supposed to be with your divine counterpart. Plus, nothing feels as good as that, okay? And plus, that's the one that you know loves you and that's going to always be there for you. And eventually, your counterpart will figure that out. But at the end of the day, having too much options is never a good thing. It has you thinking too much. We don't want to think too much. That's why we don't. We just try to keep it simple. Keep it simple is a good thing. Because remember, death is here. The end is here. The beginning is here for you, though. Because remember, there's always a new beginning after the end. That's what it says. Nothing's permanent. Okay, but you know what? You may have a permanent with this 10 of Cups because this 10 of Cups is created on, creates the abundance. Anything built on a 10 of Cups will not be knocked down. That's for sure. That's what it is. Death agrees. He said, I agree with this balanced, hardworking, efficient, responsible Gangstar Magician that, having too many options and illusions cause confusion. Now these people are under judgment for trying to push that options. That's how they confuse. It's like the confuse your counterpart. They bring in all these people that they're not even real. I don't know where they fucking find these people. And then they tell them all the stuff about you and all that. This person's already going in with a script of how to approach this. And then making it it's serendipitous. You know what I mean? It's just so fucked up. But it's I don't know how these people didn't think they were gonna hide this forever. I guess people do stuff like this, whatever. People have secret lives, I guess. They think they're never gonna be exposed. But they always get exposed, don't they? I never seen one, win. Did you? Me, I haven't. You know why? Because they don't. Because they're not going to. Because the universe has to balance itself out. And when people do degrading things and despicable actions, they have to pay for that. Okay, there's karma for that. They don't just get away. They think they just get away with this or something. No. All right. So what's going to be the overall energy here, God, please, and thank you for the magical gangstars of the world, our favorite, the best around. What's going to be the overall energy? It feels off today. It's like off-putting feeling today. But something is going to give today. But we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so we know this for sure, that you are that one, that only, that Nine of Pentacles. That is you, okay? You are independent and confident, okay? So it says, so investing more in yourself is really working out for you, okay? So that's what it's saying. How can I cultivate self-sufficiency and financial independence? That's what you need to do, and when you get to that point, that is when you see that you don't need anybody, okay? You don't need another masculine energy, okay? You don't need anybody else, and that once that is being seen, because your counterpart thinks that you need them, but no, you don't. And now they're seeing that. And they're noticing that, wow, you know, they really are this Knight of Pentacles. We just saw hardworking, responsible, efficient, responsible, have a routine. These people said you had none of that, okay? But that you clearly showed that you have all that. Because how would you become a Nine of Pentacles? How would that be the overall energy here? So what's going to come of this for this Nine of Pentacles person? Okay, this Nine of Pentacles person, which is you, is going to be Six of Swords, leaving this all behind. Okay, because you're moving on from the past and you're journeying towards a brighter future. Because you are a Nine of Pentacles. You don't need anybody. You're a Queen of Pentacles, okay? You proved that you could do this by yourself. You're nurturing on your own. And you could create on your own. So you are just leaving behind whatever nonsense that anybody tried to slow you down, because you know what they are. They're demons. That's all it comes down to. And that's why Four of Cups, you're rejecting them. You're saying, get out of here, demons. Kicking them in their ass. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. We don't want to hear it. We don't want you around here. We know what you are. We know what you are. And they know we know. And they can't beat you either. Okay, that's why they're all confused. Ace of Swords in reverse. Coming off very with cloud of judgment here. Making a lot of dishonest moves here, a lot of chaos. Yeah, they're not seeing too clearly, but people are clearly seeing you, this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and Death's here to say, you know what? These people, they don't want to see it. They're confused. Well, I'll have a talk with them then. So Death's going to have a talk with them. Because they're so confused. What are they so confused about? You're clearly a Nine of Pentacles, Death says. Yes, you are. Okay, and that's why Nine of Wands reverse. These people are paranoid and overwhelmed because you are Nine of Pentacles. Because they didn't think that you would ever be able to come back. They just thought you were going to be fucking wishing on a fucking star for, you know, whatever they took from you. Wishing that, hoping you watching them live your life. But you're like, go ahead, enjoy yourself. And now they see you don't give a fuck and you're starting something new. And now they're all starting to chase after you again. So ain't that something? And you are Six of Swords, leaving this all behind. And they're still trying to chase you. Okay, because Knight of Cups, because you're romantic and you're charming. Now people want to, you know, act like they want to be your friend. They're going to act like this is a misunderstanding. You're going to say, yeah, whatever. All right, then you're going to say, be good or be gone. Okay, and then you're going to dismiss them. Tell them to get the fuck away from you. All right, and that'll be the end of it. Because look, they want to avoid judgment. They don't want to be judged, though. They want you to let them off the hook. That's not up to you. That's up to whatever, whoever's. We're not your judge, okay? We're just a fucking whatever person, you know. We're just your karma. That's all. We don't judge you, okay? That's why Eight of Swords, they're stuck. They're completely stuck in their shit because they're all confused. They're paranoid. They're overwhelmed, and they don't know what else to do because they're without you. You know, when you're leaving this all behind, these people lose everything. So that's where it's come. They want you to save them. But you're not interested in doing that. So nobody was there for you, were they? Okay, and that's why Two of Swords reverse. Now they want to avoid, you know, they can't avoid this any longer. They can't avoid this confrontation, this refusal to make decisions. They cannot avoid it. Can't. It's too much in your face. You're too visible. There's nobody could say anything. It's what's happening. What you're saying is happening. These people, they cannot deny it no longer. Okay, Knight of Wands. How adventurous you are and fearless. That you know who you are. You know you cannot be stopped. You know it is what it is. Whoever's in charge here, not anymore. You're not. Okay, that's what you're going to tell these people. Because we have a new age here. All right, so whoever was in charge of the past one, sorry, but we sent the watch over there. The fruit basket's on the house. You've been replaced. Thanks for your services. Okay, we're going to send you to the lake of fire now. You really fucked up this one, okay? So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen to you. All right, that's also happened to the devil as we speak. This devil realizes clearly that they are no match for you. But they're going to keep trying until it really just blows up in their face. That's really where this is going. Okay, because now they want to avoid the end here with death. They want to keep it going. Like I said, they're going to keep trying. That's why they're going to keep going. There's a resistance to change. There's a fear of the unknown because these people have been doing the same thing for, centuries now. Very stagnated. Not making anybody's not enjoying themselves. Nobody's having a good time here. Okay, nobody's starting to believe with these illusions. Okay, people know this is all nonsense. They know it. They're not even thinking about this bullshit. Okay, because they're so aware with these people. Even them saying it to people makes them look bad. Them saying something bad makes them look bad. Okay, it really does. People don't want to hear bad stuff about you. They want to hear good stuff about you because they know that you're good. That's where it's at now. These people are just trying to lie. Now it's being seen for what they are. It's being seen all over the world though, so it isn't like nothing new. Okay, see, look, you have this King of Swords in reverse. Okay, they're the ones. He wants you to let them off the hook. And this is like your biggest enemy here. This is like the biggest enemy ever. I don't even know if this is possible. This King of Swords in reverse, they're trying to avoid all being judged. They want to avoid the end. They want to come, but they're paranoid and overwhelmed. You're not going to let them because their judgment's all confused. They're all clouded. Okay, they're all trying. They can't avoid anything. They can't avoid the situation no more. Okay, they can't avoid being judged. They can't avoid death. Okay. They're confused, and you're leaving this behind. So I don't know what the fuck they think what you're supposed to do, because they wanted you to carry this 10 of Wands, all the burden. Okay, but they're carrying the burden now. Because like I said, anything that was projected onto you, return to them. You did not accept what this King of Swords. See, they didn't think you were as strong as you were. If they knew this person would never have challenged you. This is like the devil themselves. Now that's why it's like the devil, this person's going to have to kneel before you. It's serious. This person is going to have to really put their tail between their leg and say, like, hey, you beat me. And that's where this is going. If they want to avoid all these things, they don't want to be judged, and they don't want to they don't want to be death, okay? Because they know you're this Queen of Swords. Of course you are. You have boundaries. You're sharp and discerning. You cut through illusions, and you get to the heart of the matter. And you're a Nine of Pentacles. You don't need anybody. You are an Empress, High Priestess, Gangstar Magician. And this King of Swords in reverse never thought you would come back and become this Queen of Swords, because this King of Swords in reverse, I think, knew you before you were a Queen of Swords. So the fact now that you're this Queen of Swords, this confused this energy now that they know that there's nothing they could do, okay? So they thought that they were going to be able to pull on your energy, but now they see that they can't, because the Queen of Swords is like, no, we know what's going on here. Ace of Wands, that's why you have an urge to create. That's why your inspiration, new projects are here. A spark of creativity ignites within you. Embrace the fire and inspiration and take action. Of course, that's exactly what you want to do, you said. That's what you're here to do, right? You're here to make a difference. And not be, bombarded or stopped by this King of Swords in reverse type characters. Okay, because look, you're being seen as a pure and innocent Queen of Swords. Okay, pure and innocent. Okay, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You must take the leap in the unknown. All right, because you are spontaneous, new beginnings. You have to take a chance. You have to take the leap. So sometimes you have to let things go. Freedom that's how you become truly free. And you'll do it. You'll know when it feels right. Okay, 4 cups to reject what's wrong, what's right. You know what to do. You're not a dummy. You know what feels right. Your intuition will tell you. You don't even have to worry about it. It's all going to work out for you. Okay, because you know why it's all going to work out for you? Because you got this 10 of Cups. You're building your foundation on this 10 of Cups. Clearly, we've seen that at the beginning of this Queen of Swords. This pure and innocent Queen of Swords is leaving this all behind. Nine of Pentacles doesn't need anybody. Okay, pure and innocent. It's built on their foundation on the Ten of Cups. And it's King of Swords in reverse now wants you to, let them off the hook. They're all confused, though. They'll come off a little confused. Their judgment seems clouded. But this person is going to want to attack if you don't do what they say right now. So basically, this person is going to want to apologize, but on their terms. And you're going to say, I'm not interested. And then this person is going to get angry. Watch. Because they're Four of Pentacles, they're greedy, they do this all for money, they're possessive, they're stingy. Everything about this person reeks of disgusting. That's why you're not going to let them off the hook. Because they didn't change. They're just trying to get close to you again. So they could betray you again, but you're not going to let this happen. And this person's like the worst. It's like been your counterpart's ear to this energy, telling them that you're no good, blah, blah. This energy is bad, constantly bad-mouthing you, and then trying to be nice to your face. This is the worst energy. But they can't do that anymore because you are a hermit, okay? Because you can't get to you. Plus, you're a Queen of Swords. King of Swords reverse is not going to get to you. So, I mean, that's why you have this pure and innocence. That's why you have this Fool, new beginnings. You're leaving this behind. Nine of Pentacles. I mean, you don't need anybody. I mean, you have achieved all the success and happiness in your life now. Enjoy the moment. And that's what's coming of this. That's where this is going. And that's when everything stays the way it's supposed to be. Because Seven of Wands, you're in complete control. That's why this King of Wands is so much off balance. This King of Swords in reverse is so much off balance because you are in complete control. You're fucking, this person's like a puppet. You're playing him like a fucking puppet. Okay? Because there's no love with this person. This person underestimated the power of love. That's for sure. Okay? Because Nine of Cups, because that was your wish come true. That is your counterpart's wish come true. You are getting your wish come true. Because you have all it takes to fulfill your needs and wishes. Of course you do. You just got to believe you do. I believe you do. Why? You should believe you do too then. If I believe you do, then you should believe you do. Okay, because that is exactly what's happening here. So what's going to be where we're going here, and then we'll go into another deck. Okay, so yes, we know you are this Queen of Cups. Okay, this is your default. This Queen of Swords is here to protect this Queen of Cups because this Queen of Cups has been attacked for many, many years, many centuries because people thought they were too soft, that they could take advantage. But this is just demons that, did this. But now the power of love has overcome whatever this debacle, these people, this abomination that these people created. Okay, because all they did was create that for themselves, while you, on the other hand, got the Wheel of Fortune. You have solved the puzzle, okay, because the wheel is turning in your favor. This is what it is. The universe is balancing itself out. They did all the worst to you. Now they have to deal with it because you did not, you're not accepting it. And plus you're in good karma mode. They cannot get to you. Remember that. As long as you keep doing the right thing, you're going to be fine. But you have to remember that. You got to keep doing the right thing at all times. You can't, go bad and then think you're going to, it's not going to work. You're going to keep, the cycle's going to keep going. Okay, this Page of Cups in reverse, this energy is very emotionally immature, this King of Swords in reverse. They lack direction. They don't know what they're going to do. Because once they lose whatever this is, then they're going to spiral out of control. And they're trying to have you save them. They're going to say use their family. Say, oh, I have to take care of my family. Please. I have a family. That's what they're going to say. Yeah, they didn't think of their family before that, though. Now they want to think of their family. Page of Wands. But, at the end of the day, you're still an inspiration here. You still have limitless potential. It doesn't matter what happens to this person. You don't decide anything that happens to this person. You're not going to do either or. You're not saving them. You're not doing anything. You're not trying to destroy them. This person's going to destroy themselves. You're just going to, calmly, say, hey, sorry, what do you want us to tell you? You know what you did. What would you like us to do? Okay, because listen, you're getting this Ten of Pentacles. This person tried to take this from you. They want to take this from you and your counterpart, but you have this Ten of Pentacles and you got this Ten of Cups. You're a Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Fool energy, Nine of Pentacles, Hermit, Six of Swords, leaving it all behind. And you got this King of Swords in reverse energy, all confused, all cloud judgment, all in disarray here, wants to avoid death and judgment. Okay, they want to avoid dealing with this Gangstar Magician, this magical gangstar. They think that they're just going to, this is just going to walk away from this. It's like they're like a slap on the wrist is what they believe. and that they're going to like go right back to where they were. That's what they think though. But Knight of Cups, that's not really what's going to happen, because you are, you know, all about love, and it says love is the bridge between you and everything. A romantic offer is coming your way. This King of Swords reverse does not know how to feel love, and they are jealous of it. So they would be a constant thorn in your side, although they would take themselves out. So it's not like you have to do anything, because you're action orientated, you're ambitious, you're driven to succeed, so they can't stop you. So let's do one more. What's going to be the end here for this King of Swords reverse character? What's going to happen to this malicious character? Okay, they have this Empress in reverse with them. Okay, this is for sure. So they're going to take this person with them. So this Empress in reverse energy was the one that this King of Swords in reverse recommended, okay, as the replacement for you, that said this is the real one. They try to say you were this Empress in reverse, but the person now that they brought on is the Empress. They're being seen that way. So your counterpart's asking this King of Swords, because that may be their friend or something, like, what is going on here with this? Why did you recommend this person and say that the other one's not, and you lied, blah, blah, blah. Now this person doesn't know what to say. You can't say it's preposterous anymore. And that's why he wants you to bail them out. Now you're being seen as the Queen of Pentacles. You are the Nine of Pentacles. You don't need anybody. Remember that. You don't need anybody. You're an Empress. You're a High Priestess. You're a Gangstar Magician. You have 10 of Pentacles. You have a 10 of Cups. And these people do not have a 2026 Chariot Limited Edition. They have no direction. They're completely out of control. You Three of Cups are going to be celebrating with your soul tribe. Things are just looking really good here, especially with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. One more and we'll move on to another deck. Okay, yep, the Devil's being released here, right on his head. That is going to be the end. No direction. Now this Devil's on his head. This King of Swords must repent in front of everybody if you're going to listen to this, okay? Because the Hierophant's here with you, okay? You're the one who's being institutionally supported. These people got to deal with, you're the one who's in charge now. Not them. That's for sure. That was a good reading. I like that reading. You got 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Fool, Devil being released, King of Swords being seen, your copycat energy being exposed. That's good for me. I can see it happening right now. Nobody's got any answers either. They're trying to say you're crazy. Saying you're the crazy one. That's what they're still trying to say though. So let's see. Let's get an overall energy here. Confirmation, clarification here, God, please. And thank you for my magical Gangstars. Look, things have been looking pretty good right here. Okay. Of course it's looking good because they have their King of Pentacles right here. That's for sure. This King of Pentacles is the one, okay? This is the one you find the most sexy about your counterpart. And they're here in the upright, okay? Because they see how balanced you are. And they're going to model their balance after you now, okay? Because they know that they can do it too. If you can do it, they can do it. And that's what's going to make them strong. Because you have this 10 of Cups no matter what. This abundance is here with this 10 of Pentacles. You are this Queen of Cups. You are this Queen of Swords. Okay? That's why this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is here. This King of Swords in reverse, this Empress in reverse, they missed their opportunity. They lost their chance. They were too focused on stopping you instead of worrying about themselves. And that's why they lost their opportunity. Because clarification here, you have this Queen of Cups. You are this Queen of Cups. I mean, that's who you are. I mean, that's your default. That's who you always go to. That's, you know, when you go to sleep, that's who you are. That's who you wake up, you know, and whatever has to happen throughout the rest of your day is who you become. But you always reset to that Queen of Cups. That's for sure. And that's as you should. Okay, now 6 of Pentacles in reverse. They want to take this generous offer, this abundance from you. Okay, there was the one-sided chariot, this King of Swords in reverse, this Empress in reverse. This was all designed to take from you and your counterpart, but they're being seen, they're being exposed, and they're trying to say it's preposterous. But your counterpart's right here with you is King of Pentacles. Okay, they want to work with you, 3 of Pentacles. They don't want. This is not healthy for anybody with this going on here. Okay, you're the one people want to collaborate. You're the one who's in the healthy environment, not this. But they're still trying to talk this person into going back to this negative environment. And like looking out for them, saying that's the better option. Then go with you, is what they're saying. That's what they're still trying to say. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Okay, I told you, Page of Swords in reverse. They're still trying to be deceptive and manipulative, this King of Swords in reverse. They're still trying to, you know, say that this Empress in reverse is the way to go. But this King of Pentacles knows that this person's only doing that because they're getting something out of it. And now this person is eventually going to have to, they're going to have to flip. Now they're going to flip. Now they're going to have to, they're trying to change sides now. This King of Swords reverse, but not going to work. It's the Hierophant's here, and the Hierophant's seen enough. They've seen a lot with this person. You're the one who's socially approved, not this person. This person has been doing a lot of deceptive stuff here with this Page of Swords. Okay, they've been doing this for a lot of years. A lot of years they've been doing this. And nobody wants to deal with them anymore. I mean, they did it to themselves. You didn't even do this. This person came for you. Realistically, you didn't even, just the fact that you just were not interested in being around this energy. So, Three of Wands, you were building your own, you were minding your business, and then this person wanted to knock down what you already built. So this person's trying to stop what you already are building, okay, but they're not going to, it's going to be, people are going to say, why are you doing that? They shouldn't even be paying attention to you. The way they make you out to be like you're nothing, but this person's so obsessed with you. This King of Swords, they're obsessed. Because you're clearly this Nine of Pentacles, okay? You clearly are, confirmation, clarification, the one who don't need anybody. You could do this by yourself. King of Pentacles is bringing you this Ace of Pentacles. You are this King of Pentacles wish come true. That is their wish come true, as the Nine of Pentacles person. Somebody who could take care of themselves. They wanted an even give and take in their relationship, this King of Pentacles said. But they could never find it until they met you. Well, these people tried to say that you were fake, though. But you proved it all wrong. You proved who was fake. These people are throwing fucking rocks like living in a glass house. Ain't that crazy? And you didn't even throw a rock back. It just banged right off your, they hit the trampoline or something and went back to them. Because you're getting your wish come true here. You got your Two of Cups. King of Pentacles right here. Two of Cups is right here. I mean, Ten of Cups is here. Ten of Pentacles. Your Queen of Cups. Pure and innocent Queen of Cups. King of Pentacles. You got something here being built. Four of Pentacles. This King of Swords in reverse. This Empress in reverse. We're all about money. They were trying to steal. They were greedy. This was all about money. What can they get out of this? They didn't care about any love. They were willing to sacrifice your love for, for whatever money this was. But now, it didn't really work the way they expected. But, like I said, your counterpart now is this King of Pentacles. So it's like kind of like, all right, they flip-flop from, so it's like, how did they do this? So that's why I think that a lot of times, a lot of people's counterpart was undercover here. That's what I think, especially if they have spiritual knowledge, especially if they were already spiritually in tune. I believe they knew what was happening here, that they actually manifested this. Okay, but here's another confirmation. Two of Swords in reverse. They can't avoid this any longer, this King of Swords in reverse. This Empress in reverse. They can't avoid what they did. I mean, Two of Cups is here. I mean, it's all here. And the Queen of Swords is protecting this. So, and you being this Gangstar Magician is making this happen even faster, okay? Because you're being more visible, you're being seen better, okay? That's why you're able to, your confidence is increasing. The more your confidence increases, the better things get for you. Okay, that's why you have this Queen of Swords in reverse. Somebody's angry and bitter here. They're coming off all bitchy, this Empress in reverse. Okay, that's where they're in. They're in the Queen of Swords in reverse energy. Now they're trying to get mad. They're trying to say, this is, you did this, that you're the bad person here. They're trying to use your past against you, that you're nothing, you're worthless. But this person most likely could be the worst of the worst here, the worst kind of person. But it's okay, because the Hierophant's here again, and they know who's who, and they know that this Empress in reverse is not who they said they were. They know that this person was paid, and that this King of Swords in reverse recruited this person to approach your counterpart to keep them away from you. That is a fact. Okay, because this person's also, and how they did that was making this person a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They presented them as they were the ideal spouse, that they didn't need anybody, that they were the wish come true. Now it's all being seen that you were the one. All those projections are being returned, and now whoever created them is being seen as what it is, because you cleared this energy out. Because you have this Ten of Cups. You are building your foundation on this Ten of Cups. You're creating the abundance. It's coming. Whatever you want is manifesting here. Clearly. I mean, there's no stopping you anymore. So what's going to be the end here? What's going to come of it? I mean, I know we see this Two of Cups and this Ten of Cups. I mean, that pretty much is telling me everything I need to know. Okay, because these illusions with the moon are shattered. Whatever they said, it's not, this Queen of Pentacles is the illusion. Okay, they're being, because they're an illusion. Whatever this was, they were not who they said they were. Okay, this clearly made you a high priestess too. Okay, this made you stronger. All right, so you did gain a lot from this. So don't ever, we sending this person a fruit basket. Send them an extra large fruit basket, please. Thank you. Okay, because this person has done a lot for you. They have. I mean, not, directly, but indirectly, this person has made you into the best version of yourself while they were trying to take your destiny. That's how this happened. They manifested this for you. That's going to be the justice here. They're going to see that they created this. Okay, they created this whole thing, and you didn't even use any energy into it. You didn't even get any karma because you didn't do nothing. Because you are that sexy ass Queen of Wands. Okay, you are the real Empress. Okay, your energy, your counterpart finds the most sexy about you. You're in 100% of the time, and that's the justice. These people are going to have to watch. They're going to have to watch this Two of Cups. This Queen of Cups, Two of Cups with this King of Pentacles and this Ten of Cups. They're going to have to watch. And they are not getting to come, and that's why they're angry about that. Okay, they're angry, Three of Cups in reverse, because they don't get to come. They're overindulging here. There's heavy partying. These people are isolated. They don't want people to know what's going on. They're trying to avoid judgment, but they're being judged. They know what they did. Nobody wants them around. And then what's going to be end? We have what we have with the one more card, and then I'll do some oracles. Okay, they're stuck. Okay, this King of Swords, they're absolutely stuck. So it's eventually this person's going to drop dead or something. I don't know. They're going to have a heart attack. There's no way they could keep going with this. They're still trying to pretend like everything's okay, but it's coming off so terrible while still trying to support this. But now they want to walk away. Okay, because winning at all costs, Five of Swords. Winning at all costs really cost them this time. That's what happened. This person wanted to win at all costs, and now it really cost them. Because if you go that far where you're recruiting, that's why they're stuck with this Empress reverse energy, because they put that towards your counterpart. This person was paid. That's why these people were friendly. It's all designed just to, it's like this person's like a handler of sorts. So it's all right, though, because you have all this, good stuff here. So it doesn't really matter. And they're stuck in their shit here. And justice is here for you. You are clearly the Nine of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles sees it. I mean, I don't care. Listen, you got it all here. This is a good reading. I like the way this one feels. Sometimes I feel a little bit worse after, but I feel better after this one. So whoever's energy this is, I like it. I'm in better energy now than I was when I walked into this. So it's good. Because I'm here with you, my magical gangstars, the best. That's why I feel better. I missed you. All right, so let's see. What do we got? Let's get some oracles here. Let's get a little advice. We'll end it on that. Okay, it says abundance is coming your way. Abundance, it says, okay? It says you are being asked to be open to abundance. You should. Are we welcoming all the abundance you have? Okay, keep it coming. Okay, to believe that you're deserving of it and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's all on its way. You know it's coming. You know it. It's coming. How could you not know that? Look at how everything's going. Whenever it gets here, we're in no rush. We're enjoying ourselves. Keep being the best version of ourselves. Because remember, we're grounding ourselves here. Always want to ground, it says. Grounding, because you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head. And it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings. You could wait until the snow's gone if you're near snow or if it's not close, but it is a good thing to do. If you don't do that, you should, I should do it more too, but I'd try. That's for sure. Okay, because acceptance, it's time for you to start accepting things, accepting what this really is. This was a big setup at the end of the day. You may be disappointed with the recent outcome, okay, because you're going to figure something out. Somebody's going to tell you something you don't want to hear, but it's whatever. It's going to make it better for you. Remember, if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will soon open your true soul path. That's where you go. You always will find your true soul path from whatever the other nonsense that you thought was your real soul path. Because you're healing now. Remember that. You're healing, it says. You're clearly healing. Your body, your mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. That's what it's saying. It's saying that's what you need to do. I ain't here to tell you what you need to do. Just here to suggest. That's what they say. That's what the cards say. They're here to suggest. Because remember, there could be a difficult road here. It says difficult road. I mean, there's always going to be a difficult road if you want to get to the promised land. What do you think? It's going to be easy? It's going to be one thing. It's going to, of course, be difficult. Spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things, walking the hard path in life. Okay, the 8th house crew is the hard path. Okay, trust me. The 8th house is the hard way. Okay, that's the way nobody goes. But we're here and we're doing it because we're the best. Because we're here to protect the other earth angels. That's what it says. Protect. Because we know how. We know the way of the demon. We know how to destroy this demon. Plus we have death here as our mascot. So nobody's going to stop us. Because if they come up against us, they will get dealt with accordingly. And you don't even have to do anything. You just sit back and say, all right, take care of this. Okay, because you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy, okay? Your energy is going to be clear now. I'm going to have everything cleared for you. Your energy completely cleared. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Now is the time to get some protection in place if you don't have protection, okay? Because I'm telling you, it's very important that you use protection with these demons. Trust me. You don't want to catch a spiritually transmitted disease. That is all true, too. A spiritually transmitted disease is what you will get if you stay along with these demons, okay? So I'm going to do one more and I'll call this, okay? Because it says, stand your ground here, okay? It's telling me you have to stand your ground. There's something you want to fight for, yet you are choosing to hide instead. There's something you want to fight for, but you're choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. Perhaps, but don't, it doesn't have to always be too crazy. Just speaking up doesn't mean you have to go and everybody, doesn't matter. You're going to speak it into existence because you're going to release whatever judgment you have towards anybody or yourself. Okay? Holding on to judgment, whether of yourself or others, only clouds your vision. Release it and see the world and your path with clear eyes. That's correct. Release it and see the world in your path with clear eyes. Okay, and then we got some Visine right here for you. Some spiritual Visine, brother. So we love you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.